Welcome in, Chiefs Kingdom, to Cheifs Latest, your one-stop spot for everything Kansas City Chiefs in 15 minutes or less. It is your host, Calvin Silvers. Happy Friday. We are blessed with a full weekend of college football. Of course, I'm going to be repping my Iowa Hawkeyes. NFL starts next week, so we're in that full slate of football now. It's the best time of the year, but this is a Chiefs podcast, so we're going to focus back on the NFL and Kansas City, even though there are a lot of exciting college football games this weekend, because Brett Beach has said some things at points that the Chiefs are looking to add some players via trades. We're about to dive into it all, but before we do, you know the drill. If you are on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications because we have daily, that's right, daily videos here at Cheifs Latest Monday through Friday. And with the regular season right around the corner, you're not going to want to miss any of the news, rumors, or actions regarding the Chiefs. So please hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications as it not only helps me in the channel, but it's going to help you stay up to date with everything Kansas City Chiefs. Now, it's no secret, I've been talking about it the past few days, but the Chiefs are rumored to be wanting to upgrade their running back room. More specifically, they're trying to eye a third down back, has to have good hands, good pass blocking abilities to protect Mahomes, of course, and that's critical with Rashee Rice now sidelined for 6 games with that suspension. You have to have some spark in your run game to keep it from being your offense from being one-dimensional. And Brett Beach has announced his plans with the running backs, and it's to keep 3 active on game day. So that leaves Elijah Mitchell as the odd man out, and his lackluster preseason doesn't carry any job security, and we're starting to see that now. Of course, you have Carson Steele, you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire stashed on your practice squad now, and you're hoping that Brashard Smith gets a chance this season to show that raw speed and his ability to catch out of the backfield. I think that just proves that this rebound project of Mitchell's that you took on, it looks shaky and probably isn't worth pursuing anymore. If you look at his preseason, 33 yards, a touchdown, 3.3 yards per carry on just 10 carries. So the Chiefs weren't even giving him a chance anyways. And this was a team that struggled last season. They were 22nd in the league with 105.3 yards per game. Going back to Rice, that absence forces a run game spark. You have to keep defenses honest. But can you do that with Mitchell's injury history? Can you do that with Mitchell's meager output that he put in the preseason? None of this is inspiring any confidence for not only Chiefs fans, but the Chiefs staff. And Brashard Smith has that playmaking in space that can keep defenses on their toes. He just needs some chances or just needs some experience. And again, Steele, Edwards-Helaire, they're there to offer some depth on your practice squad. So Beach might be eyeing a trade or a pickup over relying on someone like Mitchell, which I would agree with. So Beach's 3 running back game day plan, it does put Mitchell on the hot seat. And you have Smith with some sparking potential. You have some options on your practice squad. So I think the Chiefs are poised to at least shop some picks or shop Elijah Mitchell around, or both, to upgrade their running back room. So what would that look like? Tampa Bay's Rachaad White offering at least, I would think, a 5th rounder for a proven pass catcher who's no longer the Bucs' leading back. I think they would be willing to trade him for at least that. Then you also have Travis Etienne. He's another option. He has that youth, that dual threat ability, and him being on a contract year has that hunger in him. Makes him a high upside fit for this scheme that Reed loves to have. And you could probably get him at a discounted mid-round pick right now, especially early on in the season. If you look at White's career, 3,300 plus scrimmage yards, 1,539 total yards in 2023 with an average of 7 touchdowns per season. He's had 10 rushing, 11 receiving. Again, dual threat ability. In 2024, saw 9 total touchdowns, and he was top 10 in running back targets, catches, and receiving yards. He's also had 50-plus receptions for 3 straight seasons. He's one of 2 running backs to do that in the league right now. On the flip side, Etienne had a rough 2024, only 558 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, career lows. But the 2 seasons before that, he captured 2,133 rushing yards, 792 receiving yards, and 17 touchdowns. Yes, White's pass-catching ability, again, one of 2 running backs with 50-plus receptions 3 years running, fits Mahomes' check down, fits that third down back with good hands. And Tampa's crowded backfield, again with Bucky Irving, makes him tradable. And then if you look at ETN with that 2024 dip, he was outshined by Take Bigsby's 766 yards. I think that lowers his cost. And his $6.143 million fifth-year option is cap-friendly right now for the Chiefs. But you have to be smart. Both are prime targets, trade targets to spark this run game. But ETN has that youth. He has that contract year hunger. So I think that could edge out as the better long-term bet for the Chiefs and just Brett Beach overall if he does want to upgrade that running back room like he is saying he wants to. Now, a head scratcher that we haven't really talked about was the Chiefs' release of Mike Pennell. It did shock many, not only Chiefs fans, but NFL fans, given his Ironman status in 2024. But this just shows that Beach is pushing for a younger, deeper D-line, brought back Derek Nottie. Again, he just wants some, because he's 5 years younger than Pennell, he just kind of wants to go more that younger youth route. But he is open, so he said, to a Pennell reunion. Not really sure why you wouldn't just keep him then, but that suggests a calculated gamble, I guess. So, but I'm still confused on why bring in Nottie then. I get he's 5 years younger, but if you would like to reconnect with Pennell down the line, try to find some room for him or just keep him. And you added untested pieces like Broderick Martin, Zach Pickens. It's just risky to me, especially with the D-line thin past Chris Jones already. And Pennell didn't have a terrible season last year, 25 tackles, 3 sacks, 7 starts, but he played in all regular season and playoff games. Again, that Ironman status that I was talking about. If you look at your current DTs, Jones, Norman Lott, Tillery, and Nottie, nothing too crazy. Chiefs were trying to add more depth, though, thank goodness. They were going after Cleveland's Jawan Briggs, whose Veach mentioned they tried to get. But Cleveland sent him to the Jets instead with a 2026 sixth-round selection. Although that's what Beach offered as well. Same thing, put up the same offer. But they shipped him over to the Jets. So Veach's focus on athleticism and youth, it could backfire if injuries hit. Though again, he could see a potential reunion with Pennell. Maybe a safety net if everything went downhill injury-wise. It's a bold move, this cut is. But Beach's willingness to reunite hints at uncertainty at D-line that needs some stability beyond Jones. So what could they do? Well, there is a name out there. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily. But is it a name out there? Yes, and that rumor suggests that the 49ers might trade Jordan Elliott, a 27-year-old with Missouri ties. He played at Mizzou. But the Chiefs, again, I think should pass on this. Minimal pass rush, below average run defense. It's not going to solve their D-line problems right now. He does have that starter experience. It is intriguing. I'm going to give him that. But his production gap compared to someone even like Pennell makes his trade on that Beach should avoid and go after a more impactful DT. In his career, 5 sacks and 117 tackles. 2022 was his best season with 36 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 3 quarterback hits. Last season, not good. 0 sacks, 19 tackles in 15 games. Elliott's low cap hit, again, fits the Chiefs' cap space right now, but his season high 2.5 sacks don't address the Chiefs' needs at all. Jones, Nottie, and practice squad options that they brought in, I think Elliott's addition feels lateral at best. Might even be a downgrade to kind of what they have right now, in my eyes. But it's the reliability that is nice. But doesn't give you sacks, shaky run defense. I think the Chiefs should skip this for a more game changer at the D tackle position, or just even at the D line position, somewhere on the D line. That would be better, I think. Anyways, I am your host, Calvin Silvers. That is all that we have on this Friday. I know you are itching to get out there and watch some college football, so I'm going to let you go. But before you do, let me know in the comments what you think about Brett Beach's comments on the running backs and Mike Pennell. Do you see a need for an addition at running back, and who would you try to trade for? And what do you think about bringing in Jordan Elliott? Do you think that's a good idea? Again, I don't think so, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm your host, Calvin Silvers. You are listening to Cheifs Latest, and until next time, have a good one.